Well, hey guys, welcome back. Now, I don't think it needs to be said for most people who are going to be watching this video, but we're going to say it anyways. Disney has a branding problem. They have a marketing problem. They have an issue reaching the intended audience or creating the audience that they've been trying to cultivate for whatever reason. So recently it's come out that Inside Out 2, which is apparently kind of a return to form for Pixar, which was, again, purchased by Disney. You got to remember that. Disney bought Pixar and Lucasfilm and Marvel thinking that they could kind of like expand their brand and not just be the brand of princesses anymore. They wanted to like get all the markets absorbed into one company. Well, Inside Out 2 looks like it's going to be a huge win with a massive box office so far, mainly due to the fact that women have gone overwhelmingly, I think it's like 63% female between children and adults to go see this movie. Now, what that would tell you is when you market the right product to the right audience, you'll make money, you'll have success. Unfortunately, once Lucasfilm was absorbed by Disney, Disney thought that, okay, we've got this boy brand, let's turn it into a girl brand. Let's try to, for whatever reason, rebrand it into something that women will want to watch. Well, Star Wars statistically has always been a male-dominated brand and a male audience. We are the ones who spend the money, go to the movies, buy the merchandise, read the books, read the comics, whatever. That just is an unavoidable fact that Disney has had to wrestle with. And now you see it with the Acolyte, their most recent left-wing, lunatic, lesbian propaganda that they've tried pushing out under the brand of Star Wars, getting downvoted to the point where it's at 14% now on Rotten Tomatoes. I don't think we have any scores yet for Episode 4, because it just came out tonight. But what we have seen is when you look at the reviews, they are not good. This show has continued to hit like decline after decline. Every time they release a new episode, it has gotten worse and worse and worse for this show. Now, of course, there are some people who are still doing good journalism out there. Eric Kane over at Forbes, he does very good, very fair reporting. He is not afraid to speak his mind. He's been very critical of this show. He's been critical of Rings of Power. So he's actually one of the good ones out there, it would seem. He wrote about how the fact that this episode might be the better of the 4 episodes he's seen so far, and even that is a stretch because it seems like they just don't know what they're trying to do with the show. They don't know what they're doing with the characters. They don't know what audience they're trying to reach. And unfortunately, once again, this episode is going to break many things in canon. Now, spoilers, if you guys care, if you're watching this show, then you might want to tune out and come back to this after you get a chance to watch it. We're going to go through some of the spoilers right now. So Robot Head, of course, has pointed out a lot of the issues with Star Wars over the years on his YouTube channel. But one of these things he's pointed out is like on episode 4, every 30 seconds, they have 2 characters have another exposition exchange, which made him miss the lesbian witch chanting from episode 3. Of course, the power of 1, power of 2, power of many cringe fest they had. But you can even see in this screenshot here, you have 9 separate situations where you have exposition between 2 different characters going on. And that, mind you, this episode 4 is a very short, I think it's like 25 minutes long. So absolutely bonkers. Absolutely incredible. Then, of course, you have in this next one here, again, spoilers, the Jedi Wookiee who they bring into the show to then kill off in a matter of minutes. Now, the funny thing about it is, you can see in the screenshot here, 1 gash across the chest, okay? Now, it also looks like they gave the Wookiee lipstick. I sure hope I'm seeing things, but apparently that this must be a female because they gave the Wookiee lipstick as far as I can tell. But again, let's bring in a Wookiee and then kill him off screen without a fight. I pointed out, I'm like, okay, so now Wookiees who are naturally gifted with immense strength and healing, who also happen to be Jedi, will die from a lightsaber-induced flesh wound. And of course, that's what we're all curious about. Where's the continuity of Star Wars? Why is it that 1-minute lightsabers are insta-kill, and other minutes, you can take one right through the stomach and not die? So one of the biggest spoilers to come out was the fact that they have this Jedi Master from Episode 1, Ki-Adi-Mundi, actually appears in this show. Now, if you're not paying attention, this show takes place 100 years before Phantom Menace. This character was not born yet. But the one thing this does do is it completely destroys the Star Wars canon of the Jedi being the good guys. So OG Star Wars here says, so they are not only forgetting the age of Syrian, but destroying Ki-Adi-Mundi. He is now a liar for not only hiding info about the Sith, but witches using the dark side to create life. This also further destroys the Jedi and George's story. And of course, you can see in this clip here again what she's talking about. Let me see if it's unmuted.
Extinct for a millennium. Possible. The Sith have been extinct for a millennium.
Again, this guy's saying the Sith have been extinct for 1,000 years, and yet he would have been present for them actually existing. Of course, Star Wars Theory reacted to this, and all the Disney Star Wars shills and the fans are all attacking Star Wars Theory as if he's some sort of like extreme right-winger now, simply because he's been criticizing this show.
Oh. I can't wait to see what people are going to... What are people going to say to defend this? Oh, I don't know. You guys are just toxic. You just hate you're sexist. Bro, why is Keanu Mundi here? He's not supposed to be here. He would have right away, man. He would have, the same guy. Man, it's fuck this show, man.
I think this is kind of all of our reaction to this show so far.
The same guy that literally in episode 1 is like, oh, the Sith haven't shown up for 1,000 years. Is the same guy corroborating and keeping the shit hidden? No.
Again, this is just more of them trying to paint the Jedi as either corrupt or evil or as some sort of just villainous presence in the Star Wars universe, which is insane because George Lucas intended them from the get-go to be the heroes of the story. It was good versus evil, dark versus light. But then even the most cringe thing I saved for last year, this article from That Park Place talking about how Lucasfilm The Acolyte includes a scene that its entire purpose is to question the pronouns of the newly introduced character Basil. And of course, this character here, which just like many of the things in Star Wars, both, in George Lucas's Star Wars and Disney to sell merchandise, this little otter-looking thing here is apparently their guide at some point. And you can see, of course, he's kind of cute, kind of furry looking. But the reality is, he is only here so that they have this one scene between these two women. And apparently there's also a thing between these two characters, some odd sexual tension, despite the fact that I guess this one's technically a child or a teenager and she's a grown-ass woman. So I don't know, that's kind of strange too, but just listen to this for a second.
What's that? That's Basil. Is he or they with us? What's that?
You heard things right.
That's Basil. Is he or they with us?
Why the hell would she be asking, is he or they with us? Why wouldn't you say, is he or she? Like, okay, the actual logical thing to do would be like, oh, is it a boy or a girl? I can't tell. It's a furry little otter. It's an alien. But no, they are just going all in on everything they possibly can when it comes to lesbian witches and the Jedi being evil and now trying to not use the wrong pronouns. It reminds me of that little clip that we all saw from the Jennifer Lopez movie where she tried to not misgender the robot or whatever, some cringe crap like that. I don't know, guys. Oh, this show is just terrible. I'm so glad I'm not watching it. I'm so glad most people are not watching it. Apparently the viewership numbers are an all-time low, a quarter of what they had at Ahsoka. It's probably worse than that now. I'm sure many people have given up. If you haven't given up, though, on the show, let me know what you think about it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I don't know why anybody would still be watching it at this point. Star Wars is cooked. It's beyond the point of saving. They need to rest it for about 10 years and then maybe do a reboot. I don't know. Make sure you check out the minimaleffort.shop. We got a lot of cool merchandise on there, news and videos, and go check out Meta PCs. There's a link down below. If you're in the market for a new PC, go check them out. They got top-of-the-line builds and excellent customer service, and I will catch you guys later. All right, and if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching the video. Thank you for being here. I do have 2 channels, Minimal Effort Podcast, as well as my gaming channel. I do have a Twitch and Kick for my gaming channel. We do live streams over there occasionally, maybe once a week. And then if you are in the market for a new PC, make sure to check out Meta PCs. Click the link I have down below. Use code TBO at checkout for a special discount. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.